Hello and welcome to the King Street Cinema podcast. It's July. My name's Andy. I'm a film nerd and I'm joined as ever by James.
Hi.
From King Street Cinema.
I'm from King Street Cinema, yes.
Are you a film nerd as well?
Well, I suppose some might say.
Some might say, yes. So what we do is each month we go through what's showing at the King Street Cinema in Ipswich. Yeah. Sometimes we have special episodes where we talk about individual films, but this month we are basically going through what's on in July, and there's a good mix.
There is indeed. I mean, there's a couple of oldies, which maybe we could have done a special for, but it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah. And
not necessary.
Last month's episode, about half of it was talking about Blazing Saddles.
Well, that's
so we kind of done a special one last
people
month.
Got to recognise that, we haven't seen any of the films, like the current films before. It's not as if we get screeners, which I do on occasion, but very rarely. So we can't really talk too much about the films, can we?
No, but we can say what we know.
Yeah, exactly.
And reasons to go and stuff.
Well, as always, the reason is that the cinema. Yeah. There's the cinema. Go see the films.
Go use it.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's two classics this month that we have seen.
Yes.
One of which I've not seen for a very, very long time.
Do you know, either of them I haven't seen in quite a while, to be perfectly honest. But I know them fairly well. So.
Yeah. Let's get going then.
Yes, let's go. So
starting on the first weekend of the month.
Yeah, so starting on the 3rd. Blue Heron. Canadian movie. Canadian-Hungarian, though, I would like to say.
Interesting.
Yeah. Explain why in a second. This is, just before we get into any of the stuff with the movie, it's on for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Right?
That's...
So running from the 3rd until the 16th. Unusual for us, but happens from time to time. Get a film early and give it a couple of weeks run. So that's 9 screenings. So no reason to miss this one.
No. And it's an interesting one from what I've seen. I've had a quick read up on it yesterday, and excuse me, I'm sure I saw the trailer before The Orphan.
Yeah. We've been trailering it a fair bit, I'd say. Yeah, so that's it's definitely one that you probably caught. Debut filmmaker, feature film. Anyway, they've done a whole bunch of shorts. In fact, one I think which is kind of connected vaguely to this one. I think it's a semi-biopic as well, I want to say, in a way. It's drama, family, about Hungarians immigrating to Canada.
Yeah. Now,
the director's name is Sophie Romvani, who was born in Canada. The rest of her family all migrated to Canada from Hungary, including her siblings. I think she's the youngest. I think she was sort of like just one. She was basically, when they moved, she was, ready to be born.
Yeah. On the way.
On the way, as it were, yeah. So first generation. And I get the feeling from the trailer especially that this is a film about memory and about looking back and what, the events that happened in your family, in your bringing up, as it were. How do you remember things? Because we all remember things differently, don't we?
Yeah.
You grow up with people, your siblings. People remember events or feel the way they feel about events is generally quite different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's playing a big part of the film, which very much is in area of filmmaking that I like, where we sort of we look at events not necessarily with a straightforward point of view, if you see what I mean. Kind of dreamlike, maybe a bit muddled. That kind of thing. Look forward to this
interesting, one. Yeah. And like you say, there's plenty of screenings. Starting on Friday the 3rd at 7:30.
Yeah.
Then on the Saturday the 4th, 2:30 in the afternoon, matinee, and 7:30. Same on the next Thursday, the 9th. And then 7:30 the Friday after as well. 2:30 on the Saturday. Then the Thursday after that, the 16th, 2:30 and 7:30.
Yes.
Plenty of chance.
Exactly. 12A, so anyone can come, even a young'un with a responsible adult.
Yes. Yeah. Emphasis on responsible.
So please make your way to this one. I do believe this should be a real good one. A good feeling about this one. So get yourself.
Is it on the main screen?
It is.
Yes.
Right.
Then
Okay, so on the 11th, whilst Blue Heron is on, you have a chance to see another movie, which is one of our oldies.
Yeah.
40th anniversary. I think that's right.
Yes, 1986.
Yeah, 1986. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's got a big old restoration. Might have, I'm not too sure, but certainly one that it is its anniversary, and it's Hoosiers.
Yeah.
One of the, I guess.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Yeah.
I suppose we could say one of basketball's finest films.
Yes.
Probably. It's a sports movie. Period film. So set from, I think it was in the early 50s, I want to say, if I remember correctly.
I seem to remember, because it's been a while since I've seen this. And another one that I've not rewatched or anything because I want to come along and see it.
There we go.
And I seem to remember, 50s.
I think it's early 50s as well. I don't think it plays too heavily in the film, but I get the impression that there is, the Second World War isn't too long finished.
Yeah.
And I think the feeling of that war is still felt, though not necessarily talked about much in the movie, if you know what I mean. Because there is certainly a somber feel to the movie early on, before it sort of picks up and stuff, when the team starts to do well and all that kind of thing. I don't. Who we got in this one? We got Gene Hackman, the sadly late Gene Hackman at this point.
One of your favourites is in it as well.
This is true. Ultimately, a film cannot be bad if anyway, even if he's in it for only a moment, which he's not in this one. He's in it for quite a bit. Dennis Hopper.
Yes.
Yeah. The great, again, late Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
What a guy. Love him. And Barbara Hershey, who is also pretty good.
In Beaches, I believe.
Yes.
There we go. See, remember stuff.
And The Entity, which is a fantastic horror movie, which stars in that one.
That's quite hard to get hold of now.
Really?
Yeah, because a customer at work was on about it, and I tried to look it up, and you can't.
Man,
you can't look to get a physical copy.
Great film that. Anyway, so sports movie, feel good, I'd say overall. Very straightforward, if I remember. It doesn't really mess about plot-wise. It gives you exactly what you need for the kind of movie it is.
Yeah. And they say one of those feel-good sports.
Exactly.
And I'm not huge on the sports, but I do like a good sports movie.
This is true.
And because you can get behind it. And it's actually nominated for 2 Oscars this
month. I think I remember that.
Dennis Hopper for Best Supporting Actor.
Brilliant.
And
obviously.
Score by one of my favourites, actually, Jerry Goldsmith.
Jerry Goldsmith. Jerry Goldsmith was the man. Ultimately, all you had to do was say to Jerry, this is the kind of movie I'm making.
Yeah.
And he'd say, give me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he'd just hand you over an amazing score every time, which made complete sense for the kind of movie you were making.
Yeah. I like Danny
Genius.
Elfman. Danny Elfman would be saying, this is the type of film, a sports film.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, it just sounds like Beetlejuice.
Just sounds like and I do like Danny Elfman.
Yeah, I know, I'm joking. He's done The Simpsons and stuff, which is different.
But it is true that a lot of people will say, and I don't disagree, that a lot of Elfman stuff does sound very similar. Where Jerry, I mean, he had his his sound, but he was very good at, like I say, you'd say to him, what kind of genre type of film you're making, and he's got one. He's got one ready for you. He was a genius.
Well, if you listen to the score from this and then say, did he do Inner Space? Done Inner Space?
He's got to have done that one.
So, they're completely different. Mm-hmm. So, that's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So this has only got the one screening?
Yeah, one screening on the 11th.
At 7:30.
Yeah, so
it's a Saturday.
Yes, that's right. PG.
So,
I mean, you don't even need a responsible adult for this one. You can just come along and
come with your irresponsible.
So, rarity, isn't it? Really, a PG. I mean, they still exist, but not so.
It's more since 12A came in. That's what it is now, because you're allowed one F-bomb in a 12A, not in a PG.
Yeah.
And there used to be, I can remember with the warning at the beginning, that instead of, when it was a PG, it would say like over 8 or something, wasn't it? Recommended.
Yeah, recommended, that's right.
It wasn't the law, but it was recommended.
I think that especially came along with the likes of Jurassic Park.
Oh, yes.
Things like that. That was sort of like, yes, of course, anyone can come and see this film, but, be warned.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary stuff.
If you start crying, you're being warned.
You're being warned, exactly. So, please come check that one out. Nostalgic. I'm sure there'll be some people out there who were like, wow, I remember seeing that, 40 years ago, perhaps.
It was probably 30 years ago I saw it. It'd been in the 90s when it was on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember why I watched it or what, but it would have been my dad because the cast would have picked that one, I reckon.
Probably. I mean, it is a classic of its type. Like I say, I think it's considered generally in people that are interested in sports movies as one of the best of its type. So yes, get yourselves down there for that one.
Okay.
And now we're moving on to starting from Friday the 17th of July, which again, am I wrong in thinking it's running for 2 weeks?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, A Private Life, starring Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Nice to see Jodie Foster still in starring roles. Because I'm trying to think, I can't remember the last time she did something that was, as a main.
The last one I can think of, and there will have been something since. Was it called Flight Plan or something?
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but I can't think of where she's been the lead.
Sure.
She's been behind the camera more.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Now, this is not a Hollywood film. This is a French film, so in the French language, which she speaks fluently and has done, I think, pretty much most of her life.
Yeah.
So this is not unusual for her. I do think it's she's probably done other films where she has spoken French before. I don't think it's the first time. Can't sadly recall off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But this one, looks exciting. Mystery, thriller, a whodunit, perhaps, potentially. Also looks darkly comedic, I'd say, from the trailer. Yeah. So if you like your murder with funny, then this is it.
Yeah, I mean, two things that in real life shouldn't go together, but works well in film.
Absolutely.
It looks a bit Murder, She Wrote.
Yes, it does. Like I say, it's a whodunit. Character's interesting. I think playing a psychiatrist. I think, if I remember correctly. Who's one of her clients has died.
Yeah.
And I think she's being blamed. I think Jodie Foster is, in a roundabout way, by family members of the deceased, being blamed.
Yes.
And she's trying to figure out exactly what's happened.
Yeah, to save herself as well as...
Say again?
To help save herself as well.
Oh, indeed. Well, potentially. Yeah. Indeed. So...
there's been a bit of a buzz about this one.
Right.
So I've been reading some pretty positive things.
I try to stay away from that a little bit. I think I've talked about that before. But, it is a part of what my job, obviously, is sort of knowing what's considered to be good, what's kind of getting, like you say, a buzz or whatever. Yeah. But I generally don't.
I tend to not go into detail, but I'll see headlines.
Sure, yeah.
But mostly, I'll be honest, with all the film pages I follow, it's mostly just telling me how big budget films are bombed. That's the only thing people seem interested in nowadays, which is a bit sad.
I guess so. Films do obviously, but bomb big films. But there are still films with huge budgets that are making more money than any films pretty much have ever done.
Yeah.
So this idea that big budget Hollywood movies don't make money, or everything is a fail, is
I just think that the media like to focus on the failures.
Completely, which like you say, is very sad.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So that's on for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And many are showing basically.
Yeah, I think 10. I think for this one.
Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah. So from where are we? From the 17th, I said, running until the 30th of July. So running, it's for middle of the month, pretty much to the end.
So it's basically showing on the Fridays, Saturdays, and Thursdays. I don't think there's any Sunday showings for this.
No, there's no Sunday showings. No. So you got your matinees on a Saturday and a Thursday.
Yeah.
15 certificates.
15.
Yeah.
So and it's French, but there's some English, it says.
Yes, well, because Jodie Foster is playing, I believe, an American living in France, so I'm guessing there'll be some English language, but mostly in French. Right, now, we have a very special evening on Sunday the 19th. Sophie Fiennes is going to be in the building. Giving a Q&A. How amazing is that? Sophie Fiennes of the Fiennes family, Rafe and Joseph and others. Documentary filmmaker, mostly, I want to say, Sophie does. This film is Acting. That's the title of the film. About actors. I'm going to say, theatre actors, sort of going through the process of getting into the characters. I think it's Macbeth. I haven't seen the film, but yeah, I think it's Macbeth that they are working on, studying, as it were, and we have them working alongside some famous theatre directors, and it's all takes place, I believe, in sort of derelict building. It looks very moody, very atmospheric, very interesting. If you're fascinated at all by the process of acting, getting into character, truly, as it were, this is definitely one you can't miss. And yes, if you are interested in hearing from a filmmaker on their own movie, you got to be at this one.
Yeah. It's important to note as well. Normally, film starts 7:30. This one's 6:30.
Yes,
because it's quite a long one.
It's a fairly long film. I'm going to say around 2.5 hours, roughly. I think. 2
hours 25.
Yeah.
Then obviously
there's Q&A, which I think is going to run probably for about half an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's
a long evening, as it were, but certainly worth it.
Yeah, and it's a one-off, isn't it? You're not gonna get that again. So, not for that film anyway.
No,
so,
she's we've shown a film of hers not too long ago for the Film Society, which she was very happy about us putting on, and I think was almost would have been at the showing to present it if she could have been. So this is why this has come along. And with the family, though I don't know if they all live locally, are local or Ipswich born. There's a connection there as well,
which is nice.
Exactly. So very much looking forward to that. Now, in the second week of A Private Life, which will be showing in Screen 1, and we have a film in Screen 2. The last one for the road. Italian. This one. See, we're getting movies from all over the place here.
We notice all the time. Worth noting that these are films, especially in Ipswich, you can't see anywhere else.
Absolutely, you're not. These are smaller movies. You're not going to be able to see them in the bigger cinemas. So road movie. This one, I think drama comedy, probably more, maybe also on the drama. About a couple of middle-aged dudes who like to drink. Not too far dissimilar from certain people we may know. I think meet up with a younger guy and take him on a road trip.
Okay, I like a nice road movie.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks, the trailer gives the impression of some quirky, interesting characters traveling through Italy. Just sure there's going to be lots of picturesque, lovely images with a lot of drinking and some very interesting characters. So definitely a movie. I definitely the kind of film I would enjoy.
And it's in the second screen, but there's quite a few screens of this as well.
Yes.
On the 24th at 7:30, 25th 2:30, 7:30, Thursday the 30th at 2:30 and 7:30. So it's on for a week.
It is on for a week. Yes. A 15 certificate for this one. So for the adults.
Yes. responsible adults.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, and I guess as we are here, end of the month, Thursday, 30th, we have in Cinema 1, 7:30, 50th anniversary of Taxi Driver.
You're talking to me.
That's the one. Martin Scorsese's absolute classic. Again, with
Jodie
Foster.
Yeah.
So we have a Jodie Foster month, of sorts. One of her early ones. And certainly one of the ones that her role definitely caught the eye of people. Was like, wow, man, there's a young actor in the making right there. I'm going to go far. And she did.
I mean, she'd probably done sort of Disney stuff before.
Mostly Disney.
Yeah.
If not exclusive. No, I don't think exclusive. But yes, a lot of Disney at that point. A good year for her, I'd say, 76. So we got Freaky Friday, Bugsy Malone.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 3, films that people still watch to this day. Fondly remembered.
I've only seen Bugsy Malone once.
Oh, wow.
And where did I see that? Your cinema.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It wasn't called King Street.
No, I do remember us putting it on.
This was I think it was before you worked there.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was,
right.
It was a Saturday afternoon screening, and had a tipple in the Swan before. Went over, and my mate, who loved the film as a kid, was singing along to everything.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, I watched it many times as a kid. I've even seen it live on stage as well. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love Bugsy Malone. But yeah, a Taxi Driver. I mean, wow,
it's a classic. It's been imitated many times, but never topped. Influential, quoted all the time. It's one of those films that people know lines from, even if they've not seen it.
True. I mean, I did as a child.
Yeah.
Like well before I'd seen the film, I knew loads of.
Yeah.
And
just iconic images as well.
Yeah.
Dark film. Mm-hmm. But still, there is humour in it.
There is, absolutely. I think and intentional.
Yeah.
It is an absolute classic. I don't really know what to say, like other than just going through your typical things that people. I mean, it always comes up as considered one of the best movies potentially of all time. One of Scorsese's best, if not his best.
I think it's my personal favourite, Scorsese.
Oh, Scorsese's, right. Yeah. I mean, for me, I think Raging Bull is generally the one I go with, but this is still up there.
Yeah.
As one of his best, yeah. And it's if you like old, gritty, grimy New York,
watch Basket Case.
Watch Basket Case, and then watch this one because I mean it is a character in and of itself, obviously, in just where we are in this movie. The character of I forget, it's Travis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who are we talking about? Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Is an amazing, interesting, still talked about, still discussed, still analysed character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't mentioned about Sybil Shepherd,
of course, and one of the comedic greats, Mr. Al Brooks.
Oh yeah, of course. Is Harvey Keitel as well?
Harvey Keitel playing a terrifying pimp.
Yeah. It's such a great cast, and it's one of those. When you think De Niro, there's a lot, but you think this film.
It generally is the one that people like. The mind goes to, I think, first.
And he's done so much over the years as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably younger generations that might think of the comedy stuff he does more recently, but even then, when he's in a comedy, it plays on his reputation from being in films like this. Yeah, and this is the one. I mean, he'd been in hit films before this, but this was the big.
That's interesting you say that, because I 100% agree that the comedy is looking back at De Niro doing what De Niro generally would do best.
Yeah.
And this, strangely enough, this isn't really it, though, is it? Because what they generally look at to make fun of is him being a gangster.
Yeah.
And he's not a gangster in this.
No, but he's still that hard man.
Well, he sort of becomes this vigilante, right? Yeah. Maybe the anti-hero element is, and of course the iconic look in the finale of the film where he has a mohawk and looks, just wacky, I guess, is something that maybe people, that's easy to send up, absolutely. But I mean, especially early, I mean, he's a very sad character. He doesn't understand people. He's quite introverted, though trying to. It's one of these things where he's a cat. So this is why people still talk about it, I suppose, because it's fascinating. And of course, very much the kind of person I think a lot of people worry about today, lone wolf type people who may commit crimes, spending too much time alone with these days on the internet, that kind of thing. He's that sort of character, and you wonder why, because I mean he was in the army, I believe, or he was certainly in Vietnam. Characters then potentially, almost certainly, has PTSD. There are all these elements to it, and then having to be in New York at a time, being a taxi driver of all things, so then being an observer of so many horrific things, just on a daily basis, the kind of people that come into the cab, kind of stories he hears and bits and pieces that he gets.
Is he a product of New York?
Well, this is it. Is he being moulded by the city? It's a fascinating film. And yes, extremely dark, iconic as it were, amazingly acted, fantastically directed. Yeah, music's great. So Bernard Herrmann's final score, one of my favourites. I used to play it all the time in the cinema. We'll have to get it back out again, of course. Yeah. How are you missing this one?
I'm not! Am I? No, I'm not.
Not you. I mean, just in general. Anybody. How are you not coming to see?
It was one of the first Blu-rays I ever bought, but I've never seen it on the big screen. No. So I'm gonna do my very best. But there's only the one screening, I believe.
There is only the one screening, or at least for now.
Yeah, on Thursday, the 30th of July.
Yes.
My brother's birthday.
All right.
At 7:30.
Nice.
I'll be at the cinema.
Is he a Taxi Driver fan?
Probably not.
I
don't know. If you show Mamma Mia, he might.
Yeah.
He might like it. I'll mention it to him, certainly.
Yeah.
Is that the last thing of the month? Well, there's one. So there's a film coming out on the 31st.
So the 31st, which is a Friday, we could talk about it now. So runs into the beginning, the first week of August.
Yeah.
Rosebush Pruning. Now this movie, this is crazy, I think. The cast in this, I can't remember the names necessarily, but there's a lot of names that are, around. Pamela Anderson, Elle Fanning, look at these names. Callum Turner, who seems to be in everything at the moment, or at least he was in a couple of films that I've seen recently. One of them being Rose of Nevada, which I loved. Absolutely loved.
He always looks worried.
Yes, he does. He has he's sort of like this perpetual worried look on his face. Jamie Bell. Right. So satirical, tragic comedy. I'm going to say. I mean, if it's satirical, it's going to have a bit of comedy in there.
Yeah.
Film about an affluent, extraordinarily rich family, and person comes into their lives. I think it's the Elle Fanning character, sort of gets into a relationship with one and messes with the whole family dynamic.
Stirs the pot,
as it were. And it's one of them.
Yeah,
it's one of them
This is one that I'm not going to lie. I didn't realise it was in July. I didn't look before we recorded this, but I just had a look now.
Yeah.
But I actually saw the trailer for the first time yesterday. And just the cast was like, well, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And he did look worried.
Yes. Ultimately it is the beginning of August really that we run into. But,
we usually don't put the next episode out until a few days into the month.
That's right. Exactly. So no problem talking about it right now. 18 certificate. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of, I feel like probably sex and violence.
Yeah. It's probably some sex, violence, F and Jeff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So one for responsible adults only.
Absolutely. With that cast, I mean, how are you not getting down to that one?
So that's the last film we're talking about today.
Yeah.
But don't forget, as ever, keep up to date on what's going on.
Absolutely.
On the socials, the Instagram, Facebook, and also the best way to is just to keep checking the website every time you're online.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do, and I work there. So, everyone else should be as well.
Yeah, and we'll be back next month to talk about more films, including a few classic Steven Spielberg films.
Well, next month we got a load of classics because we got a season of conspiracy-style movies as well as some Spielbergs.
Yeah.
So, a lot to talk about for the summer. Ultimately, it's summertime. Yeah. It's time to put on some classics.
Yeah, and so in the conspiracy theories, one of my favourites with Jane Fonda.
Oh yes, Clute. Yeah, it's a great film.
Yeah. So we'll be back next month. Keep checking everything King Street Cinema, and we'll see you there. I'm often there, and
I'm always there.
I make myself heard when I'm there, don't I? Sometimes. But yes, And we'll be back. Cheers, James.
Thank you.